Welcome back to Living Well After 50. What if a common kitchen powder could unlock surprising health benefits?
We're talking about baking soda, right? That box in the back of the cupboard.
Exactly that one. Today, we're diving deep into the potential health perks of drinking baking soda water. We've been looking at some really fascinating recent research.
And what it could mean for us, as we focus on staying active and feeling good after 50.
Right, things like, well, occasional gout flare-ups, maybe some digestive issues, or those aches after gardening.
Yeah, those things that kind of creep in sometimes. So it's interesting that something so simple, so accessible might actually help.
It really is. Our research turned up quite a few potential benefits. I think we counted, what, 12?
12, yeah. From gout, like you said, to maybe helping with muscle soreness, even acting as a quick antacid.
Seems like there's more to it than just making cakes rise.
But, and this is important, especially for our age group, we need to understand both sides. The benefits, yes, but also the precautions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This isn't about some magic bullet. It's about understanding how this stuff actually works in our bodies.
And how to use it safely if you decide it's right for you.
Precisely. So our goal today is simple. Give you clear, practical information based on the research we found so you can make informed decisions.
Helping you figure out what's real, what's maybe hype, and how to approach it sensibly.
Okay? Now, before we jump into benefit number one, just a quick heads up. We have that free newsletter packed with more tips for living well after 50. The sign-up link is, well, you know where to find it.
Definitely check that out.
All right, let's get started. First up, gout. Something that, unfortunately, many people deal with.
Oh, yeah. Gout. That intense pain, the swelling, redness, often in the big toe, it's horrible.
And it happens because uric acid, which is a natural waste product, builds up too much.
Right, it forms these sharp little crystals in the joints. Ouch.
So here's the interesting part with baking soda. Because it's alkaline, drinking it can gently raise the pH level in your blood and urine.
And when that pH goes up, the uric acid becomes more soluble. Think of it like trying to dissolve sugar in water. Warmer water, or in this case, less acidic fluid, dissolves more.
Makes sense. So more dissolved means it's less likely to form those painful crystals.
Exactly. Less crystallization, hopefully less pain.
And there was a recent study, actually, 2024, in the British Journal of Hospital Medicine.
Oh, yeah. What did it find?
Well, it showed that patients who added baking soda to their usual gout treatments saw a significant drop in uric acid levels.
A significant drop. Wow.
Yeah, and fewer of those nasty crystal deposits. So
No, suggest.
it could be a helpful add-on, maybe. Something to discuss with your doctor.
Okay, that's promising. But there's a big but here, isn't there?
There is a crucial one, sodium. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate.
Right. High in sodium, which is a big watch out for many of us over 50, especially if you've got high blood pressure.
Or kidney issues or heart problems. Yeah, the research is very clear. You absolutely must talk to your healthcare provider before trying this for gout.
It's paramount. They need to weigh the risks and benefits for you specifically.
So potential help for gout, but only with extreme caution and doctors okay. Let's move on. What about overall body pH balance?
This is interesting too. Our bodies work really hard to keep a delicate acid-alkaline balance, It affects everything from metabolism to immune function.
And if things get too acidic, maybe from diet or
Yeah.
stress.
It puts a strain on everything. Your cells, enzymes can lead
Yeah.
to fatigue, maybe inflammation, those chronic things we worry about more as we age.
And baking soda, being alkaline, can sort of nudge things back.
It can help neutralize some of that excess acid, yeah. There was another 2024 study, this one in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry.
What did that one show?
It looked at people drinking bicarbonate-rich mineral water, not exactly baking soda water, but similar principle. They saw improvements in urine pH and overall acid-base balance,
So gently balancing things might help our systems work better, maybe give us more energy.
which we all want. But, and this is key, baking soda water isn't a free pass to ignore healthy habits.
Absolutely not. It doesn't replace eating your veggies, cutting back on processed foods, all that good stuff.
Think of it as maybe an occasional tool, not a foundation.
Moderation, as always.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk muscles. Many of us love staying active, which is great, but sometimes, ouch, muscle soreness.
DOMS. Delayed onset muscle soreness. That ache that hits a day or two after you've really pushed yourself?
It's partly due to tiny muscle fiber damage, right?
Mhm.
Lactic acid buildup.
Exactly. And here again, baking soda's alkalinity might help, It can act as a buffer.
A buffer against the lactic acid.
Yeah, helping to neutralize it. This could potentially ease some inflammation and pain, maybe speed up recovery, get you back out there sooner.
There's a research on this.
There was. A study in Frontiers in Nutrition found people supplementing with baking soda, either before or after exercise, reported less soreness and quicker recovery.
That sounds pretty good for active folks. Any downsides?
Well, dosage is important. Too much at once can cause
Yes.
stomach upset, bloating, not pleasant.
Right, so start small, like maybe half a teaspoon in water.
That's what the sources suggest. See how you tolerate it. And of course, if you have any underlying conditions and take meds, check with your doctor first.
Good advice. So use carefully, maybe another natural way to support an active lifestyle. Okay, next up, digestion. Indigestion, bloating, seem more common as we age sometimes.
They can be. Often it's down to excess stomach acid causing irritation, that full gassy feeling.
And baking soda is famous as an antacid, right? Because it's so alkaline.
Exactly. It neutralizes stomach acid very quickly. Half a teaspoon in water can often bring pretty fast relief.
We saw mentions in places like the American Journal of Gastroenterology confirming it's a fast-acting antacid.
For occasional upset, yes. That word occasional is critical here.
Why is that?
Because using it daily to mask symptoms isn't the answer if you're getting indigestion or heartburn all the time.
It could be something more serious underneath.
Precisely. It might be GERD or something else that needs proper medical evaluation. Don't just keep popping baking soda.
Got it. Occasional use, okay. Frequent use needs a doctor visit. Sensible.
Now this next one, it's interesting, but needs huge caveats. Potential support for cancer therapy.
Yes, this is very early stage research, mainly in animals, we need to stress that.
Absolutely. The idea is that some tumors seem to like an acidic environment, and that acidity might even make treatments like chemo less effective.
So the theory is, if baking soda can make the area around the tumor less acidic.
It might potentially slow the tumor's growth or help treatments work better. Again, this is mostly seen in lab studies in animals so far.
Okay, let's be crystal clear here. Baking soda is not a cancer cure.
Not even close. It cannot replace standard medical treatments. Please, nobody should think that.
The sources were adamant. If it's ever considered, it must be only as a complementary approach and only under the strict supervision of an oncologist.
Never, ever replace conventional therapy. It's just something being explored far from proven in humans for this purpose.
A very important distinction. Thanks for clarifying that. Okay, moving to something much more common. Soothing minor mouth and throat irritations.
Like a scratchy throat or those annoying canker sores, they can make life miserable.
And baking soda can help here too.
Seems so. Its alkalinity helps neutralize acids that imitate those tissues. Plus, it has mild antiseptic properties.
So it discourages bacteria growth.
Exactly. A simple rinse, maybe half a teaspoon in warm water, can soothe things. Some studies even suggest it helps oral sores heal a bit faster.
Good to know. Just don't overdo the rinsing.
Yeah.
Could cause dryness.
Yeah, moderation again. And if you get these sores or throat issues constantly, definitely see a doctor or dentist to find out why.
Makes sense. How about skin irritations? Itchy skin, rashes, maybe sunburn.
Baking soda baths are quite well known for that. Again, it's the alkalinity neutralizing acids on the skin, reducing inflammation, calming the itch.
How much do you use in a bath?
The advice is usually 1 to 2 cups in a lukewarm bath, not hot water that can make irritation worse. Soak for 15-20 minutes.
Sounds relaxing. Any warnings?
Yes, avoid it if you have broken skin or open wounds. And if you have very sensitive skin or diagnosed condition like severe eczema, probably best to check with your doctor first.
Right. Good general advice. Okay, let's swing back to digestion, specifically heartburn and acid reflux. That burning feeling.
Yeah, that awful sensation when stomach acid comes back up. Baking soda neutralizes that acid almost instantly.
Pretty fast relief. We saw a 2022 study confirming bicarbonate solutions help heartburn symptoms.
They do. It's effective for quick relief. But same warning as with general indigestion.
Occasional use only.
Exactly. Using it all the time can mess with your electrolytes. And frequent heartburn really needs checking out by a doctor, could be GERD.
So a handy tool for the odd flare-up, but not a daily fix. Got it. Now, something really vital for long-term health, kidney function.
Yes, our kidneys are crucial filters. Sometimes, especially with age or certain conditions, they struggle to filter out acid, leading to metabolic acidosis.
Which is bad for the kidneys themselves, right?
It can be. It puts extra strain on them. Baking soda acting as a buffer might help neutralize that blood acid.
Potentially easing the load on the kidneys?
Possibly. There was a meta-analysis in 2021 suggesting that bicarbonate supplementation in people with chronic kidney disease was linked to slower kidney function decline and better acid balance.
That sounds quite significant. But I sense another major caution coming.
You sense correctly, because of the sodium content, this is absolutely only something to consider under strict medical supervision if you have any kidney issues.
Your doctor has to decide if it's safe, what dose, monitor you closely.
Non-negotiable. You cannot self-treat kidney issues with baking soda. The risks are too high.
Understood. Okay, how about UTIs? Urinary tract infections.
Another common and unpleasant issue, especially for women. Interestingly, how acidic your urine is can affect bacterial growth.
More acidic urine is better for bacteria.
Yeah, often, yes. So the idea is that drinking baking soda water, making the urine more alkaline.
Makes it a less friendly place for bacteria.
Exactly. A 2017 study found women using it had higher urine pH and reported improvement in UTI symptoms.
But it's not an antibiotic replacement, right?
Absolutely not, especially for a full-blown infection. If you have fever, back pain, you need medical help immediately. Baking soda might offer some comfort for mild irritation, perhaps alongside treatment, but it doesn't cure the infection itself.
Crucial distinction. Don't delay proper treatment. All right, benefit number 11. Boosting exercise performance.
We touched on muscle soreness, but this is about performance during exercise, that burning fatigue from lactic acid buildup.
Yeah, when your muscles just scream stop.
Baking soda as a buffer might help delay that. Stabilize muscle pH, let you push a bit harder or longer.
And research supports this.
Yes, a 2019 study showed better endurance and less soreness in athletes using it before high-intensity workouts.
Interesting. How much do they use and when?
The studies often use around 0.2 to 0.3 grams per kilogram of body weight, maybe an hour before exercise. But again, digestive upset can be an issue.
So start small, see how you react, talk to a doctor if you're unsure.
Exactly the right approach, especially if you're new to it or have health conditions.
Okay, seems like another potential tool for the active crowd. Finally, number 12, freshening breath and oral health.
Bad breath often comes from bacteria thriving in an acidic mouth. They produce smelly sulfur compounds.
And baking soda being alkaline.
Raises the pH, makes it harder for those bacteria to grow, helps neutralize the odors. A simple rinse can freshen things up.
We saw a study from 2008 showing it increased oral pH and improved breath freshness.
It's a useful addition, but it doesn't replace brushing, flossing, and seeing your dentist regularly.
Right, it's a helper, not the whole solution. Maybe good after coffee or acidic foods.
Exactly.
Phew, okay, that's the 12 potential benefits. Now, if someone listening is thinking, maybe I'll try this occasionally, how do they prepare it?
It's simple. Standard advice is half a teaspoon of baking soda.
Just half a teaspoon.
Yes, start there. In about 200 milliliters of water, that's a standard glass, roughly. Room temperature or slightly cool water is best.
And stir it well.
Stir until it's completely dissolved. The water should look clear.
And when's the best time to drink it?
Generally recommended on an empty stomach, so maybe first thing in the morning or wait at least 2 hours after eating.
But the big reminder here is,
Short-term or occasional use only. Unless your doctor has specifically advised otherwise for a particular reason, like supervised kidney care.
right, not an everyday drink for most people. Overdoing it can cause problems.
Definitely. Electrolyte imbalances, too much sodium. Listen to your body.
Okay, let's just quickly recap those crucial precautions again. Who should definitely avoid it or be extra careful?
Anyone with high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney problems really needs to be extremely cautious or avoid it altogether because of the sodium.
And what about medications?
It can potentially interact with various medications, things for diabetes, heart conditions, kidneys, even some antacids or aspirin.
So the bottom line is,
Talk to your doctor, always. Before starting any kind of regular baking soda use, treat it like any supplement or medicine. It might be natural, but it has real effects.
professional guidance is key. For healthy individuals, occasional properly prepared use might be fine. But if you have health issues or take meds,
Medical advice first, absolutely essential.
great. Thanks for hammering that home.
Mhm.
So wrapping up our deep dive today, baking soda water. It seems it can offer some interesting research-supported benefits.
Yes, when used correctly, carefully, thoughtfully. From gout relief to maybe helping with exercise or indigestion.
But that caution message is paramount. Consulting healthcare professionals is non-negotiable. especially if you have underlying conditions or are on medication.
It's all about informed choices for your own well-being.
We hope this exploration has given you some useful information to consider as you navigate living well after 50.
And it does make you think, doesn't it? As we focus on staying healthy in this stage of life, it's fascinating how simple things, stuff already in our kitchens, might hold surprising potential.
That is a great thought. What other hidden gems might be lurking in our pantries?
Makes you wonder.
The perfect place to end. Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into living well after 50. We hope you found it insightful.